Alright, hi everybody. We are back again with some more game development in Godot. And here's what we have so far. Okay, so this platform right here. So that's I'm gonna turn the music off. So you can see that the platform I was working on last time does not work. Or at least doesn't work as intended. I was looking at how to solve that last time, and I'm gonna keep doing that today. Okay, I'm curious about this video. It's not in the most recent version of Godot, so this has been breaking changes since Godot 3 between Godot 3 and 4, but maybe it's the top result for a reason.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a simple moving platform without the need to write any code. Also, at the time of the recording, it's actually Christmas for me, so Merry Christmas. Now it might be late for some of you since it might be the next day already, but hopefully you all had a wonderful Christmas. Anyway, with that said, let's jump right into this video. So as you can see here, we're going to be doing this for a 3D game. Now you don't have to worry if you want to do this for a 2D game since the process is the exact same. So we want to start by adding a new scene, and since it's a 3D game, we're going to add a 3D scene. If it's a 2D game, then you want to do 2D scene instead. Anyway, go ahead and add your 3D scene, which is just a spatial, and then we're just going to go ahead and rename it to moving platform, like so. Then, with the moving platform selected, we want to go ahead and add a child to it, which is going to be a kinematic body.
Kinematic body has been renamed to character body, so we're going to use a character body.
So a kinematic body 2D. Since we're doing a 3D game, we're just going to use a kinematic body. So go ahead and add it, and then as a child of the kinematic body, we want to go ahead and add a mesh instance.
Yep.
So if you're doing a 2D game, that would be a sprite. Anyway, as another child of the kinematic body, we want to add a collision shape. And we could select the mesh instance and do mesh, but we're going to actually go to the inspector and first set up the mesh. So mesh empty, and then we're going to click on new cube mesh, and then click on the mesh once more. And then we're going to give it an X size of 4, a Y size of 0.5, and a Z size of 4. That should be good for our purposes. You could resize it to meet your purposes.
Yeah, so I've already resized my cube, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay.
Anyway, like I said, you could use mesh and then give it the collision shape that way, but we're just going to manually do it. So with the collision shape selected, click on the empty, and then we're just using a box shape. The extents need to...
One sec. What? What is that? Cat. Okay. You got food, you got water. Sit in this nice chair. Got the brush right here. There we go. Isn't that nice? The camera can. Let's put the camera. There we go. We're taking a TV break. Maggie. This is my cat Maggie. Oh, Maggie. Maggie, don't you want to be scratched? Yeah. See? Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? You've been meowing all day for this. I scratched you earlier. But was that enough, huh? Look at that. Got a ton of fur removed. Yes. Oh, you are an asset to the stream. Very cute kitty. Oh, he feels so smooth. He feels so smooth. Oh, okay. Oh, you can't see anything at all, huh? There we go. Okay, she's a little overexposed, but. Is that enough? Are you gonna let me do my stream, or do you want me to keep editing? What do you think? Okay. Okay, you want me to sit there? That's fine. Alright, anyway, where were we? Oop, a little wonky. Is that better? Oop. Well, you're getting a great view of my curtains. On camera. Where even is the camera? Camera. Are you? Nope. Now let's just zoom that in a little bit. Not zoom, but you know what I mean. I guess that's about right. Yeah. Let's close that door over there. That silly cat.
Be half of what we're using for the size, so x2, y 0.5, and then z2. And I actually think the y was actually a size of 0.5, so we want half of that. So it should be 0.25 if we want it to be the correct size. So
what?
There we go. It looks like it's the exact same size, and yeah, that looks good to me. Now with the moving platform selected, we want to go ahead and add a path node as a child of it, if I can actually spell. So go ahead and add it.
Oh, path, okay. Well, wait, why do we need a path?
Path node still selected, we want to add a path follow node. And like I said, for 2D...
Well, that lets you do, okay, so... Well, this is supposed to be making my logo. Here we go. So the main advantage of a path follow... Oh, come on. What the hell? Okay. Why can't I... Okay, Affinity's having a moment. Okay, alright, let's see. So yeah, a path follow lets you do all kinds of wild shapes. Right, whereas what I'm doing is I'm just going back and forth along the same straight line infinitely. Might turn the gain down on my... Oh. Okay. Yeah, so I added a noise gate. That should... My roommate likes to laugh a lot at a very high volume, and sometimes you can hear it on stream. Not much I can do about it other than, I guess, add a noise gate. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure why we need path follow, but we'll keep watching
You
this
want to
video.
use the 2D versions. With the path follow node we selected, we want to go ahead and add a remote transform as a child of it. And then we have one last thing we need to add. So for the moving platform, we want to add a animation player as a child of it. And that should actually do it for the setup. Now with the path selected, we can actually define.
Oh, okay, because it's a no code thing, so we need a path and a path follow because we're not writing any code. I was wondering if there was some reason that. Wondering if there was some reason that we might need to do that for like it. Let's just
So with that, we can actually go into our game and add the platform. So I'm actually going to start by actually selecting my main node and adding an empty normal node, which I'm going to use as a container for my moving platforms. This is something that I like doing just to keep things a lot more organized by using whatever naming convention. Click on the instance button to instance in the that you want to instance. I'm just gonna move it here for now, and then we're gonna do Control D to duplicate it, and then we're just gonna rotate it so that it faces the other direction like so. And it seems like they're actually underneath the ground, so I'm just gonna move them up. So let's actually select both of them and then now move them up. And let me actually make them be farther apart from one another like so. So let's move this one back and then this other one back. That looks good, and that's because as you see here the path was pretty much intersecting, so they would have collided. So let's just make sure that they have enough room where they won't collide. And there we go. Now if we want to actually change the direction of the path, we can actually create multiple paths and then assign those different paths. For example, we want
okay, but like how do I make sure that like when my animatable body? Okay. There's a okay, so we were using the wrong kind of note. Okay, that's just, change type. And maybe it'll work. Let's just see if that just works. Oh, no. That. Function. Wait. Okay, there we go. Body. Animatable body. Then that is okay. That. Move and slide. Okay, how do I move and collide maybe? Maybe delta. That works. Change type. Character body 3D. Wait. Okay, you need to be an animatable body. Boom. Two. And then I'm also going to mute the music. Now, because it's getting too annoying me. I know I wrote it, but still. Let's see. Where's the error? Not used together with physics. But okay, what if I just don't use them? Oh, okay, it just works. Okay, let's change the speed on that, like point. Huh, it has a weird. Good kitty visit. Yeah, let's just make the start point left. Like, plenty of time to jump off correctly. Yay, we did it. Ah, that should have done something. Oh, okay. You win. That should be filed. And then just make it transform nothing. There we go. Okay. Time. There we go. Huzzah! Okay, so we can check that off. Should I cross it off, maybe? That is... There we go. I'll... Boom. Our cat is feeling very meowy today. Not sure exactly why. What? You're not trapped. You can get out. Just step anywhere. Anyway, that's that. Uh, so collectibles. Let's do that. Okay, so we've already got something that's very close to a collectible. That's the Area 3D. Um, let's do a let's take a quick top view. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a quick top view of this. So this is our level. Um, yeah, top view 7. Okay, this is our level. Just gonna go back and forth. So what if we made this the first collectible, and then you need 2 more somewhere. Actually, let's just like quickly bash out a little E model in Blender. That's a collectible. The cube. Don't do the camera. The light. I do want this cube. Tab into edit mode. Then oh, a manifold. Watertight. Okay. So I'm gonna make a second cube. One. Yep. Why are you not letting me search? Boolean. There we go. Huh. Okay, let's just add a new go. Let's go one as object. Long. Grab this whole thing in object mode. In this top view, I want good enough. Okay. Now modifier one. Why is it not doing anything? Huh. This is from 6 years ago, but should still work.
Hi guys, this is JNM with a video about the Blender Boolean modifier. You asked me to create a tutorial on how to boolean without add-ons. So here we go. We start with a simple cube, duplicate it, and then I add some bevels to the edges of the second one, and this will be the object that we use to cut into the cube. So I switch to object mode and position the object like that. Then I select the first cube, open the modifiers tab, and select the Boolean modifier. The operation is set to difference and
I have to hit apply. No apply anymore. Right? Hmm.
for the object I select the second cube with the bevels. Okay, now there's actually a Boolean operation going on there, but we can't see it because the draw type of the second object is set to textured. It is opaque.
Okay. So this one, okay, draw type.
The draw type of
Uh, H to hide, right? So that doesn't So are we booleaning or not? That modifier, boolean. Flip the object with. Okay. Okay. And then if I hide this, hey, we did it. Okay, great. Now, tab into edit mode. Inset faces, there we go. Then extrude. Wait for messy, but fine. Kind of looks like a key. Wait, where'd my boolean go? Oh, it's only visible. Okay, whatever. Then let's. Well, it needs a texture. So let's open Piskel again. Layer. That's sort of a that below. Um, and then let's just export that. Oh, we also want to. That. That looks like a something almost like a. The player can figure it out, right? Um. F. Float asset tree. Some things. Let's just that like Get out of scale mode. Still looks ridiculous. Oh, and it didn't do the modifier. Okay. I didn't do the modifier. You know what? We'll just like let it have that for now. Or no, wait. Oh, right. Apply modifiers. Not Godot, Blender. Okay. Oh, apply modifier. That. Okay, I need to be in object mode. File. F again. Here we go. That should. That. Oh, come on. Oh, right, because it. Yeah, whatever. This. Oh, it didn't. It still doesn't have the fucking modifier. Apply. So this one, delete this. Then the okay. So the modifier has been applied. Doesn't file. Placeholder. It should report. Yay! Now it has the modifier. Okay, so that wasn't needlessly annoying. Transform. Let's put that to point. Texture on there. Can I not texture it from in the engine? Because it's exported. Ride. Sampling nearest. The inside isn't textured. Planar. Nope. Okay, I have no idea why it's not texturing this hole. And then if I drag the texture on, it uses properties and also overrides this. Arrow. Like just dragging it here. Right, that's right. Material. Okay, so there's a difference between material and surface material. I want to modify it. Material. Make the albedo. Huh. Remove. Hello. I'm trying to figure out how to make this material work. I had nothing but problems with this key. what it's doing here is go. Anyway, what I'm doing with this is a collectible. I'm supposed to collect this. Then you can progress to the thing that I haven't built yet. But it's giving me all sorts of trouble. At least I got the moving platform worked. It turns out it just needed to be an animatable body rather than a character body. Oh, right, it has collision because I gave it collision. You know what? Let's get rid of this for now. It's just a pain in the ass. Let's make a simple. I don't know. Let's make a coin. I think we want to get rid of branches scene. Get rid of that. I was thinking some sort of coin, something maybe. Hmm. Get over here, and then. Let's just make a coin. Yep, there we go. Well, you had to spin the key. I could. It wouldn't be that hard. But yeah, I've been streaming for. I think I spent the last 15 minutes just fighting with the key, trying to get it to work. And now, the big thing I can't solve right now. I'll show you this. Right now, this is a. So for some reason, dragging a texture onto it just like immediately. It immediately drags the texture on, and then you can't fix it for some reason. Geometry one change. Okay, so actually, no, you can. Okay. Material override. Material. Okay, right, and then if I drag this into the albedo. Oh wait, that does work. Okay. Huh. Scale this at. Let's just simply make that nearest. Yeah, that sort of works. Huh, never mind. Okay, now I think this side looks. Well, at some point, I'm going to have to learn how UV unwraps work, but for now, here's our key. And then you can see that it's way too big, so we're going to point that 5. Yeah, I can add an animation to that. Also, I need to disable it. Okay, right. I need to not have it have. Um. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, and then I gotta retrigger the. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Yeah, animation. I forget it. Because there's like an animation player that you have. I'm gonna look up my favorite tutorial.
Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple networked FPS game with Godot 4 and Blender 3. I'll walk through it one step at a time, so check the time. Next up, we're going to give the player our pistol mesh as well as some animations. So I'm going to go back to the 3D tab over here, click Camera 3D, Control-Shift-A, give it a pistol.blend as a child, and then in that transform position I'll set to 0.5, minus 0.25, minus 0.5. I'm going to click View up here at the top of the viewport, select two viewports Alt, and then I'm going to open this bottom panel here as well. And I'll click Camera 3D, click Preview on the right, and then I'm going to adjust this until I can see the full yellow outline here. So this is what the player is going to see from the camera. I'll click Pistol over here, center in on that, zoom in there, and now let's make some animations. Player, Control A, add an animation player node here. Animation new, let's make an idle animation, and let's make.
Okay, so it has to be. Yeah, that's probably about right.
3 seconds long. So I'll click Pistol, and then I'll key position, create a reset track, same with rotation. Okay, then I'll go halfway.
Transform. Okay, that probably looks terrible. Let's play that. Yeah. Okay, so this one looks good. 42. Just make that positive. At 0. Goodness. That's just. And I guess I could just like try. So this one is a that. That. That place. Oh, wait, actually, can I make this just negative one? Nope. That's 180. Try 180. This go like 2 and then go to like. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Watch press enter, I think. Yeah, let's add a little bounce, I guess. That was just so property check. Okay. Watch this trail somewhere.
Way over here, and I'm going to rotate it forward in the x-axis a little bit and move it down on the y-axis just a tad. Then I'll key position and rotation again. I'll select all of those, and then over here I'll right click on easing and set that to ease in out.
Let's just see what that looks like in game. It looks a little surreal. Wait, why did it stop? There. Let's see. That. Yeah. And nothing actually happens if you collect it, but we can. I know how I have the collision shape. Alright, whatever. I'll just fuck shape. Okay. Body entered. Alright, there we go. Printing. Did it print hit? I'm dumb that I'm bad at my own game, but here we are. I mean, I can just like move the player's starting position to closer to the thing I want to go to, but that feels wrong. You know, I should be able to clear this. Not working. Okay. One body entered. So found me. Bye. What? Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So I don't know why the area. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Try that. I did it! Yay! Base is up top. So yeah, if you hit these flanges right here, nothing will happen. But um, that collectible does technically does something, but not a ton. You know. Locked by. Remember how. So that work. It does, yay. Now I'm just gonna make it smaller. That. Make sure that's smaller than the platform it's on, so you can't just like random. Of course, I can't get there. Fine. Oop. Hmm. Oh. Why is this so hard? Like it's I know it should. Hmm. So if I'm not actually. Oh, okay. I missed the platform. What the hell is going on? Um, Death Pit. Oh. Definitely blow. Going on this platform. Actually kind of looks better with an actual like floor you can fall into. I don't know how to do animated textures. I should just lava. Got a couple. Tier. Let's see. So I'm gonna call collectibles done for now. Go. Jump VFX instead. So actually, let's go check out. Okay. So yeah, you can see there's like holes you can fall in, obviously. Like enemy. Feels like there's not a ton of like actual like spikes and stuff in this. Like 3D platformers. That's a boss fight. Okay, we got floors, lava. Looks like there's a lot of enemies, but not a lot of like static. Fine. Oh, here's Super Mario Galaxy. How they handle spikes. Huh, okay, so the spikes are solid. Do I want a life system? I feel like when I... What was it? So when I played what's it called? Shovel Knight. One thing that was frustrating was you can increase your health a lot, and so if you take a hit, you lose health, right? So the more health you have, the more hits you can take. But can't increase the number of times you can fall off, and so the difference between like getting hit with an enemy and just like, okay, fine, whatever, I've got more health, and falling off a platform, which was just like it would just end a level immediately. It was really frustrating. Um, hmm. Hmm. So I could just make it a solid piece of geometry that you bounce on. Well, I guess stage hazards don't have to be like insta kill, right? They can just like bounce you off or something like that. Um, and then I tried jump VFX the other day, and that was couldn't get that working. Let's just do like Godot Dust Trail, see if I can get that working. Okay.
First, we create a new variable. Then we check if the new variable is true. And if it's true, we set it to false. Then we connect the signal of the timer and set it to true.
And now let's try another tutorial. What's landing dust? Let's Godot 3. Hmm.
Hello, so I just want to show you how to make this quick dust impact when you land on the floor in a platformer. So let's make that. First you want to create a new scene, and it's going to be an animated sprite. Then you want to create new sprite frames, and I'm going to use this dust animation that I've made, and I'll put the link in the description, so if you want to use the same one. Then go to texture, and make this nearest so it's not blurry. I'm going to set auto frame to true. I'm going to disable the loop. I'm also going to set this to 12 FPS to make it a bit faster. Now, whenever this is played, we want to destroy it because we're going to instance this anytime the player hits the ground. So create a new script, call it dust, and get rid of this. And we'll click this, go to node on animation finish, and connect it to our script, and write Q3, which will delete the dust particle. Save the scene. And now in our player scene, we are going to create a new marker 2D. This is where the dust will spawn. So I'm just going to bring it down here. Just for reference,
Oh, okay, that's what I'm missing. Right, so if I wait, so I can use a marker 3D to do the same thing. I don't know. By putting some known working thought. Okay, so what's my player's position right now? Form 2-2 minus, or 3-2 minus 9. Wait, is default position like a known? I can just call it that. Okay. Oh wait, it is being called. When is it being called? Okay, so it is being called. So this function is right the body not. Wait, is something? Oh, okay. Right. I keep going over this because this is just looking for literally anybody entering it. And this one happened to be like a pixel inside of it, so. Hmm. Somebody entered. Wait, try. Hmm. Wait, what version of Go 4.0? Wait, 4.02? Huh. I think a pretty outdated version, huh? Is unstable.
Hello, classes and class names in Godot are so powerful. I mean really, when using classes we can make our code much more reliable, accessible, and more organized. And in this video I will explain everything there is to know about classes and class names in Godot as we walk through 3 examples.
I've already watched this video.
In example 1 we will cover a deeper explanation into classes and class names and go over the very basics of how to implement them. In example 2 we will create a player class name and learn how to interact with the player class within a level scene. And in example 3 we will learn about inner classes, how to create them, and what they're used for. But quickly, before we get started, if you could please subscribe and drop a like to help YouTube world. Okay, so a quick explanation of classes is, for example, let's take the character body 2D node, and then let's add a script. Well, you can see that it says this script extends from a character body 2D, and that is because it extends from that node, but that node extends from the character body 2D class. What does that class do? Well, it defines all of these properties. It also defines the special functionality that the character body 2D has and what allows it to be different from every other node in Godot. But if we create a class name inside of this script under what it already extends, and we name it something like maybe the player, then we can define this script and node within a custom player class as well. You can kind of see how this is easily going to end up allowing us to access this script from other areas and keep track of what belongs where, and just keep our projects more organized in general, which I will be sure to explain more in depth later in this video. Now, one more thing before we get into example 2, where we're actually going to play with classes and learn how they work, is I want to hopefully explain it in a more simple, easy to understand way. And this is a saying that many developers like to say, but it is to think of classes as a blueprint. And really, this is a Okay, so this is our game. As you can see in our 2D scene, we have a little island and we have a background, which is these 3 icons create the island. We have a collision shape and we have the background. This tile map does absolutely nothing. Don't know why it's in the game, but we have player and sprite 2D collision shape, and this is our player script. As you can see, there is nothing about any class names. There's nothing in this game that even involves class names. But if we go to our world and we click play, the only thing we have is some movement and some collisions. So how are we going to add class names and how are we going to make it work within this game? Well, if we go up to our player, just like in example 1 that we talked about, we can go class name and we can make the class name player here in the character. And well, we can see that this is the rest of our script, but none of anything is going to end up happening in this script. So if we go to our world, click on the world and we click on a new scene, we create a new world.gd. We'll keep this process function here, but at the top we want to create a variable. We can name this variable as our player.
I think I do have to just like instantiate the player in Death Pit bar.
And we can say this is, or I guess player, and this player can be equal to our player.new, right? So we can instance a version of our player class within our node 2D, within our world script. And in process, we can do different things. Like, I don't know, for example, we can print the player's speed, whatever the player's speed is equal to in our player. Well, if we click play, you can see that we get that variable. We pull it out of our player. Maybe we want to do something else. Maybe we want to end up, I don't
On body enter. Body. That. J child. That work? No, it doesn't crash. No idea why this isn't. so you have to. Bar. Okay, for that to work, I need this on C. Okay, done. That work? Nope, doesn't print the. Oh, okay. Do with layers. Just put the death pit illusion. Scans. Okay, so that's what it scans. Scans layer. Let's just put the player on layer 1 and 2. Um, great. Collision, there we go. And on body entered. This. Make sure. There we go. Okay. And okay, that was way simpler than any of the other things I previously. Okay, stage hazards. Okay, actually, no, I can use that video we were watching earlier because it did something with particle effect. Muzzle flash.
Okay, so let's add that muzzle flash. So I'm going to go back to the 3D view here, back to one viewport, and close this panel here. I'll click Pistol, Control A, add a GPU Particles 3D here. Let's call it muzzle flash, and then let's have it positioned right in front of the gun barrel like this. Try to center it. Okay. Then over here I'll set the amount to 1. For drawing, make sure you've got local chords checked. Process material, new particle process material, and then in gravity, set that to 0. Draw passes, pass 1. Let's make a new plane mesh and have it be 0.5 by 0.5 meters. Set the orientation to face Z, and then a new standard material 3D. Okay, and then I'm going to save this. Currently in Godot 4 Beta 12, there are some known bugs with GPU Particles 3D and spatial materials that will cause the engine to crash, And I'm sure that these will be fixed soon, but one workaround that I have found is I'm just going to close the scene and then reopen it, and then I'll keep going here. So I'll go back to that material and billboard. I'll set the mode to particle billboard. And then in albedo, the texture that we're going to apply here is star_06 from the Kenny particle pack. So I'll drag this in, and then I'll apply this yellow-white color to it. And then transparency, I'll set to alpha. Shading, unshaded. Vertex color uses albedo because we're going to be using the color ramp from the particles material. Okay, and then we'll go over to the particles material right here. And so color ramp right here, color ramp, gradient. Let's go here. I'm going to add a point right here, pretty close to the left side, and I'll set it to white. And then the ones on the ends, I will set the alpha down to 0. Okay, and then I'm also going to go into angle and set the minimum to 45 degrees just because I like that orientation more. Then the last thing, I'm going to go into time and set the lifetime to 0.25, and I'll set it to 1 shot. Okay, and now in the player script, let's just get a reference to the...
Okay, so basically I want to do all of those same things to my particle effect for my game.
Flash. Okay, so let's add that muzzle flash. So I'm going to go back to the 3D view here, back to one viewport, and close this panel here. I'll click pistol, Control A, add a...
Okay, so we want to add a particle effect to our player. So I think we can like put this here, put this here. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay, there we go. So here's our player. Valid node GPU particle. 3D. Mount. Let's stick with 8 for now. Time 0.3. Shot on.
GPU particles 3D here. Let's call it muzzle flash, and then let's have it positioned right in front of the gun barrel like this. Try to center it. Okay. Then over here I'll set the amount to 1. For drawing, make sure you've got local chords checked.
Oh.
Process material, new particle
Particle. Process material, got it.
process material, and then in gravity,
We actually do want it to have a little bit of gravity. I'll leave that for now.
0. Draw passes, pass 1. Let's make a new.
Yeah, draw past it. Right. Okay, draw passes, pass 1.
Plane mesh, set that to 0.
Let's go. Okay, this is. Well, I want to move. Go.
Go. Draw passes, pass 1. Let's make a new plane mesh. And have it be 0.5 by 0.5 meters. So
um, hmm.
the orientation to face Z, and then a new standard material 3D. Okay, and then I'm going to save this.
Okay, I think they've gotten rid of that crash. Godot. Okay, so now we need to make a texture. Let's just call that. Oh, let's make it gray. Port. Port. Go. First.
Currently in Godot 4 beta.
Wait. Do we have a plane? I have a mesh, right? Why can't I see? Let's just play the games. Nope, can't.
12. There are some known bugs with GPU particles 3D and spatial materials that will cause the engine to crash, and I'm sure that these will be fixed soon, but one workaround that I have found is I'm just going to close the scene and then reopen it, and then I'll keep going here. So I'll go back to that material and billboard. I'll set the mode to particle billboard.
Okay. I remember having a festival. Oh, okay, okay. I just forgot to turn emitting on. Okay, so pollution don't care about.
Save this. Currently in Godot 4 beta 12, there are some known bugs with GPU particles 3D and spatial materials that will cause the engine to crash, and I'm sure that these will be fixed soon, but one workaround that I have found is I'm just going to close the scene and then reopen it, and then I'll keep going here. So I'll go back to that material and...
Okay, so we want the material. Got it. Okay, so wait. That's a mesh instance. I wanna. material.
Local chords checked, process material, new particle process material, and then
Okay. Process material.
in gravity, set that to 0. Draw passes, pass 1. Let's make a new plane mesh and have it be 0.5 by 0.5 meters. Set the orientation to face Z, and then a new standard material 3D. Okay, and then I'm going to save this. Currently in Godot 4 beta 12, there are some known
What effect I want. Let's just with one go to
bugs with GPU particles 3D and spatial materials that will cause the engine to crash, and I'm sure that these will be fixed soon, but one workaround that I have found is I'm just going to close the scene and then reopen it, and then I'll keep going here. So I'll go back to that material and billboard.
material. Draw passes 1. Okay. Complete. Presses. How do I? Oh, right, process. Wait.
0.5 by 0.5 meters. Set the orientation to face Z, and then a new standard material 3D. Okay, and then I'm going to save this. Currently in Godot 4 beta 12, there are some known bugs with GPU particles 3D and spatial materials that will cause the engine to crash, and I'm sure that these will be fixed soon, but one workaround that I have found is I'm just going to close the scene and then reopen it, and then I'll keep going here. So I'll go back to that material and
Oh, material. Okay. Got it. billboard, table. Size. That look like in game. Well, it needs transparent. Okay, there's
Billboard, I'll set the mode to particle billboard. And then in albedo, the texture that we're going to apply here is star_06 from the Kenny particle pack. So I'll drag this in, and then I'll apply this yellow-white color to it. And then transparency.
Transparency alpha. There we go. Okay, so that's more what I wanted.
I'll set to alpha. Shading, unshaded, vertex color, uses albedo because we're going to be using the color ramp from the particles material. Okay, and then we'll go over to the particles material right here. And so color ramp, right here, color.
Okay, so now we just need to I'm not
color ramp, gradient. Let's go here. I'm going to add a point right here, pretty close to the left side, and I'll set it to white. And then the ones on the ends, I will set the alpha down to 0. Okay, and then I'm also going to go to angle and set the minimum to 45 degrees just because I like that orientation more. Then the last thing, I'm going to go to time and set the lifetime to 0.25, and I'll set it to 1 shot. Okay, and now in the player script, let's just get a reference to the particles. So add onReady var muzzle flash equals camera. Yep, so that node path all the way to muzzle flash, and then down in the play shoot effects, muzzle flash dot restart, kind of a similar thing to the animation player.
okay. So that's pretty easy. Jump dust thing. Go. Or immediately anymore. And then if is on floor. Yep. Jump. Okay, well that's kind of ugly. But that's progress. Yep. Let's just put it to 0.15 or 0.15. There we go. Press enter again. You want to make that under the player. Smaller. Actually, that looks like a rocket. Real. Color. Make it like half transparent. There we go. And we make it a little less transparent. Move it here, maybe. That almost looks the way I want it to. We're just gonna call it good for now. And in the next episode, we'll make these actually look good. Yep. Jump VFX done. Alright. Boom. Okay, stage hazards. Nice. Okay, so I guess we'll just add. Hmm. 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 You know what? I'm gonna call that a stream. We've accomplished a little bit, and I am tired. So next time we will go through and improve everything. So for example, we'll figure out how to make the resolution on this cube match the resolution of this guy. Don't know how to do that. We'll figure that out. We're gonna make, and then we're gonna go through, I think, and do an art pass and just make everything nice again. Maybe I'll just learn how to UV unwrap next time. Maybe I'll hang out a little longer.
Hello there. In this tutorial, we are going to write a Godot shader that can hide or reveal a 2D graphic in a couple of different ways.
Nope. Article. Shader. Thunder. Unwrap. What is arm? Okay. Came back. Just I'm not finished yet. I was like, I'm kind of running out of steam. Maybe I should do something else. But now I'm like, so how do I explain this? Okay, so basically right now I've got a texture, and I'm trying on an invisible layer. Great. Got a texture, right? And what it's doing is it's just applying that texture to every face. Same. Even if like this face is tiny and this face is huge, they're getting the same texture. And what I want to do is I want to take the 3D shape, cube for example, or a rectangular prism, I guess. I want to be able to take this and turn it into a 2D thing. And then, you know, paint whatever I want all over here. And so I found this guide, definitely bookmark, on armor paint. Filmmaker. I don't have to maintain 2 versions of Blender. All right, next stream. Okay, actually, I think I am gonna finish here. Okay, next stream. Stage hazards and learning how to texture things. Those are the 2 things I want to do. So let's just this. File. File. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Let's just wrap this up, I guess. So here's what my game looks like right now. I feel like I didn't make as much progress as I did last time, but that's fine. Wait, actually, my player back over to the start. And then I also have the music, which I turned. Actually, no, there should be 3. Maybe do I want to? No, let's just add a 3rd thing. There we go. Yes, I know. Yeah. So those are the 3 things, and then I think learning how to texture. I think I probably will do on stream. I am probably gonna have to practice music a little bit off stream. But the actual music for the game will be made on stream. I'm gonna I don't know. One of my goals for this is to keep everything on stream. So if I'm working on the game, I'm working on it while I'm streaming, and so that means that you see. I'm planning to go for about 50 hours, so you can see exactly what 50 hours worth of game development gets you, right? So this is our 6, 7, somewhere in there, and you can see that I actually haven't gotten that much done, and what I have gotten done, I'm not necessarily happy with. But that you know, I can't. I think one of the things is I've got the moving platform. I've got all these like basic platforms here. And I can always model something custom as well. And so between all of that, I can make a lot of level. But right now, I just need to build like a couple more parts that I can work with. So stage hazards I need to build. So I'm just gonna build a spike or something, I guess. Moving platform works fine. I think I want some other version of it or something. I think I also want to like start packaging things into scenes more, so I can like load level 2 at a certain point. I don't know. I haven't really worked with a game that was large enough to need levels, so that's another thing I don't know. I don't know how to do. And then I'd have to figure if I'm doing that, and I probably have to figure out like a save load thing, so like you don't have to play through the whole game every time. I'm glad, Imgar. Is it Imagar? Imgar? I don't know how to pronounce your name. So yeah, that's the basic idea. And honestly, in editing, I might just put this first, because it took me, for all the things I do, for all the shows I work on and make. It takes me a couple streams to figure out the format. You'll never know. Okay, well, I'm just gonna call you Imgar then. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. And for realsies now, I'm going to end the stream. Have a lovely rest of your day. And my girlfriend and I will be back tomorrow with Yakuza Like a Dragon, which I'm excited for. All right. And see y'all later. Thanks for coming.